Good afternoon and welcome back. Hey, today is Saturday, November 17th, 2018. I'm Jim. The channel is 70 Elko 28 for you first-time viewers. Hey, if you like the video, please remember to hit the like button and always remember to subscribe so you'll stay up to date on all my projects, adventures, and yes, even some misadventures. You know, I shot this video in mid-October right around my birthday when I picked up, installed, and used for the very first time the present I bought myself for my 50th birthday. It was a Bush Hog RTC 50G rototiller. You know, I don't garden, so why did I buy a rototiller? Well, I've discovered after several landscape jobs, stump and root removal projects around my property, I just can't work the ground into a smooth finish grade with the loader on my John Deere 1025R, even trying the Frontier box blade that I have. So I decided I had to have a rototiller. And if any of my gardening friends are watching, my services are available for a reasonable fee, of course. All right, picking up my new piece of equipment today. I've been shopping around looking at all the different brands of rototillers for my 1025R, and I know it's red, but man, I'm telling you, I looked at the John Deere rototiller, I looked at the Tractor Supply, I looked at the Bush Hog here at Roto Equipment in Westfield, Indiana, and man, I would have loved to have had a green one, but God, they're just too damn expensive. I mean, this rototiller is about 50 pounds heavier, which, you know, the heavier the better. The John Deere is rated to go 7 inches, and this is rated to go 6, but you know, what's 1 inch? And I guess I've been told it's quick hitch compatible, and I guess even if it isn't, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, it was going to cost me just under $2,500 for the John Deere. I'm out the door at $1,700 with the Bush Hog from Roto Equipment, so you can't go wrong there. It wouldn't be worth an extra $1,000 or close to $1,000 to go with the green one. So there it is, RTC 50G. Let's get this dude loaded up. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this equipment purchase. Come on, Superman, put that on there. Alrighty.
You all good to go?
I think the load is secure. Yeah, we better roll. We gotta get this thing to work.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Nice to meet you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
You have a good one.
If you shear some bolts on your tines, then you've got too damn many big rocks.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, shouldn't have any problem lifting 400 pounds, right?
Oh no, it'll do. It's rated for like 780, I think. Use my hooks for the very first time. See how they work. Liking the hooks. Whew, that was a lot of work. What's for lunch? Yeah, they got me. Well, actually not, because I missed I didn't see this. I would have hit them for that. I could have saved $100. Festival pricing, good through September 29th, $14.98. I paid $15.98.
Well, hey, you help somebody out right before Christmas and Thanksgiving. Just think of it that way.
Bush Hog RTC 50G 48-inch rototiller. I chose this tiller due to a fair price with heavier weight, 6 tines per flange. It's supposed to be rated at a little higher RPM range. It's about 50 pounds heavier than the Deere, and it was a whole heck of a lot cheaper than the John Deere. I mean, I would have loved to have the John Deere, but it was just too much money. The John Deere out the door was going to be $2,500. This bush hog with, from what I can see, it's 50 pounds heavier. It has a little higher RPM range, and the end drive set is gears instead of chain. This is really the first implement that I've had to hook up the PTO on, and I have the John Deere iMatch Quick Connect, which wasn't a perfect connection, but I had to get a new bushing for the top link, and I had to adjust the top link up one position from where it was on my box blade. I'm hoping that maybe it was that this adjustment will work on the Frontier box blade as well. If not, not a big deal. But talking about PTO, and I'm no expert. This is my first time hooking up a PTO, but I do know from what I've watched on YouTube, you got to be careful about the PTO length. And if you're using an iMatch, you're actually in a little better condition because it brings it apart where you don't have to shorten, or I did not have to shorten my drive shaft, PTO shaft length at all. And actually when I raise, and right now it's misadjusted, I got to adjust it out a little bit so the iMatch is more level, although I'm sure it would work fine, but it's just not going to dig quite as deep. Okay, I forgot where I was at. Anyhow, on the drive shaft, if you're not using the iMatch, then you got to really be, or some brand of Quick Connect, you have to be real careful about the length of the drive shaft. And I'm not going to tell you how to cut it because I don't really know exactly how to cut them, but I do know that it's important that you want to make sure that there's no risk of your drive shaft bottoming out as it slides together. And with this hookup, with the machine all the way down, with the iMatch Quick Connect, I have to slide apart the PTO to get it to engage. And when I raise it to its highest position, it actually pulls it apart a little bit instead of pushing it together. So I have no risk of bottoming out my drive shaft, and you want to make sure that you don't do that. You can do some serious damage. Feel free to leave a comment. I'm sure there's a lot of tractor people out there that know a whole lot more about this stuff than I do. I didn't grow up on a farm. I don't have, experience with tractors, and I just have this property, and I, knew that I was going to have a lot of different projects to do, and I wanted to have pretty much do-it-all machine right here on the site. So anytime I felt like going out and doing some trenching or some leveling or needing a loader, or as I've said many times before, I mean, there are more specific pieces of equipment that you can rent for certain jobs that are going to do much better than a tractor loader or backhoe. But having it on your property and available at your convenience to where you don't have to go rent the piece of equipment and get it to your property or have it delivered, and yeah, it's going to take you longer to dig a trench or pretty much anything that you do. It may take you a little longer than a specialized piece of equipment. But man, I got to tell you, I just love this tractor, and I've considered getting a bigger one, and I really don't need one just yet. But at some point, I'll probably upgrade to something along the lines of a 2038R. But anyhow, my channel was originally designed as a car channel. I am going to go back to the more car-oriented videos. With my project around my house, I bought this tractor, and I just like it so much that you know, my channel has kind of turned into the 1025R projects channel, but it is going to go back to car stuff. I mean, there's only so much the one guy can do, and right now I've got my hands full with my tractor projects, but I'm really enjoying using this tractor and its implements, and I'm just having a ball. I mean, it's like a kid, when you're a kid and you played with Tonka trucks and you know, you dug holes out in the yard or whatever. I mean, this thing is so much damn fun. It gets jobs done that you just can't do by hand. You know, I mean, you can just do all kinds of jobs that with just a little machine like this that you can do. So, I mean, if you have, I mean, I only have 2 acres, and basically just under 2 acres. But I help my friends out, and I mean, I just have so much fun with this thing. I'm going to do a test today of a 32 by 40 foot section that eventually is going to be a gravel turnaround / parking area. I've gotten a bid to have a company come out and excavate the entire amount, haul the dirt away, bring in dozer. I mean, they'd probably be done in a day and a half, and that's including excavating, removing the dirt, bringing in the gravel, packing it down, done, driveway, out the door. But it's quite expensive. So the loader on a John Deere tractor loader backhoe is not ideal for trying to, you know, peel off 8 to 10 inches of topsoil. But I have this tiller, so I'm going to do a little test, and I'm going to till up this 32 by 40 foot area, and I'm going to try to till it to its maximum depth of 6 inches, and then I'm going to scoop out the dirt. I'm sure once I even get halfway through it, I'll probably give up and decide to just spend the money and have them come out and get it all done. But I have the equipment, so I'm going to give it a trial. I went much slower this time, and the area that I tilled looks wonderful. I mean, I went really slow. Yeah, if I was going to plant a garden in there, that looks great. But let's see if we achieve 6 inches. I marked on this stick 6 inches and put it on the flat so I wouldn't stick it down too deep. And I wouldn't think that the actual trench. It didn't trench down 6 inches. I don't think it did. It probably did 3. So we'll go over it a couple of times and see if that makes any difference. Yeah, 6 inches. My ass. Picture of the dirt. That's how windy it is. It blew over the damn camera. Damn! Well, let's see if we can weld some hooks onto the bucket. Very hot, do not touch.
Put it on there thick, Dad.
Oh, tools. Tool, bitch!